Hey everybody, how you doing? Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to explore Eddie Van Halen playing slide guitar. He did it on at least two different Van Halen records, and we're going to check out both songs. All right, so let's get started. So, the first track we're going to check out is off of what is my favorite Van Halen album. It's the Fair Warning album. I think it's my favorite because I feel like Eddie was a little pissed off when he recorded the album. I think he was having some conflicts with producers or engineers. And, there was just enough conflict during the recording of the album where you can hear the angst and energy in the songs. And the song that we're going to do off of this album is the song Dirty Movies, which, if I remember an article I read, Eddie was playing slide on a Les Paul Jr. that he owned. So the slide's primarily in the beginning of the song. I'm sure some of you recognize that it's a slide when you heard it, but obviously it's not the quintessential essence of the song. It's mostly during the intro. So let's hit it. What a great riff that is too. Underneath the verse, just a great, just pumping riff, right? And then of course the slides appearing underneath all of the, it's basically doing all of the fills. So he wasn't afraid to play slide, right? And in the back of my head, I'm just thinking to myself, obviously he developed his own technique. He developed his own style. The finger tapping thing, nobody did it like him. Sure, people can argue other people did it before him. You could go to Steve Hackett and a number of other people. Hell, even Billy Gibbons did a little bit, just a tiny little tickle of finger tapping in a song like Beer Drinkin' Hellraisin, or Whiskey Drinkin' Hellraisin. Whatever. But, nobody did it like Eddie. Even the people who tried to imitate Eddie didn't do it like Eddie. But in this instance, he wasn't afraid to play slide. And I think to myself, man, what if he had actually gone that way instead of focusing on the, his own personal technique? What if he had developed more slide playing? What if he had incorporated slide playing into his finger tapping technique, which, again, he definitely would slide the tap, but it's just an interesting thing to talk about, right? To think about when you think, well, would I hold Eddie up in there in the pantheon of slide guitar players? No, I'm not foolish enough to put that there. He's not Dwayne Allman. He's not Derek Trucks. He's not Sonny Landreth. Um, he's not Ry Cooder. But, again, wasn't afraid to try. And that's incredible considering how much of a landmark he is in guitar playing. He had his own style, but he wasn't afraid to venture out of it. I rewound it a little bit. Let's keep going. I mean, it's a fun song. And because it's so deep on the album, you never hear anybody reacting to it because I always go right to Mean Street, which, again, love that song. But, again, this is another one of those deeper cuts that, people who are just getting initiated to Van Halen aren't going to do a reaction to. And I've always loved the fact that Eddie ventured out of his comfort zone a bit to, again, play slide guitar on, 75% of the song. Anyway, that was fun. Let's go on to the next tune, okay? All right, so here we go with song number 2 of Eddie Van Halen playing slide guitar. This is off of the Women and Children First album, so it predates Dirty Movies off of the Fair Warning album. And not only is it Eddie playing slide guitar, but it's Eddie playing acoustic slide guitar. Again, stepping outside of the comfort zone of a rock guitar god. And clearly, the band just having fun. Also, you'll notice in the middle of this song, this is actually where they got the name of the album from, was the lyrics that are in this song. So here we go with Could This Be Magic off of the Women and Children First album.
on the islands on a cool summer night. Buddy, you don't got to hurry, take your time. What you need is on the menu and you get it tonight. Buddy, you got women's on your mind. Could this be magic or could this be love? Could this turn tragic? You know that magic often does. And I see lonely ships upon the water. Better save the women and children first. Sail away with someone's daughter. Better save the women and children first.
So how fun is this, right? It's almost no wonder why Van Halen got a reputation for being a great party band, right? They clearly weren't afraid to have fun, you know, whether it be doing a cover song that people might not have expected them to do, like, you know, Oh Pretty Woman or Happy Trails off of the Diver Down album, or whether it be, you know, playing acoustic song with Jan Van Halen, Eddie and Alex's dad, on Big Bad Bill also off of Diver Down. But then you go to a song like this, which is 2 albums earlier, on on Women and Children First, where, again, it's an acoustic song right in the middle of a rock album. And again, clearly just, hey, let's have fun. Let's, you know, record a 3-minute long acoustic song and hey, Eddie, you want to play slide on this? You know, a lot of fun. Let's keep it going.
Better save the women and children first. I hear music on the landing and there's laughter in the air. Just could be your boat is coming in. Yeah, you leaning back and your foot tapping and got your head right. There's a full moon out tonight, baby, let's begin. She said, could this be magic? Or could this be love? Uh-oh. And I said, could this turn tragic? You know that magic often does. And I see lonely ships upon the water. Better save the women and children first. Sail away with someone's daughter. Better save the women and children first. Edward, thank you. She says, could this be magic or could this be love?
Love that high harmony. Michael just doing the Michael thing, that high harmony in the background. One more time.
And she says, could this be magic or could this be love? And I say, could this turn tragic? You know that magic on me does. I see lonely ships upon the water. Better save the women and children first. Sail away with someone's daughter. Better save the women and children first. Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, first things first, to be clear, I'm not 100% sure that Michael was the one singing that high harmony, but since he had the highest voice in the band, it stands to reason. But, I mean, again, just think about how fun that must have been for them to, you know, hey, let's do this. And then they record it. Maybe they thought it would have been a throwaway. I don't know. Maybe it was intentional. Again, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever really read any articles or interviews with the Van Halen boys about why they chose to do that song, you know, because clearly it doesn't fit the mold or the recipe, the mold or the recipe for, you know, Van Halen classics. But it's just such a fun song, and the ability to go into a studio and, you know, do what they wanted to do, and not give an F. Just again, it kind of puts the Van Halen legend in my mind up another notch from what I'm sure the casual listener probably has it at. So anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk soon. Feel free to leave a message or a comment below, and be curious to find out what you're thinking. Have a good one. Take care.